For decades, the Tranquille institution in Kamloops, BC was a supportive residence for people with developmental disabilities. The facility employed 600 staff and housed 325 residents. By the early 1980s, governments were phasing out institutions like Tranquille in favor of more community-based care models. The BCGEU supported this new approach. But in 1983, BC's social credit government began legislating a broad-based restraint budget which slashed budgets in every ministry. Instead of transferring money into community care, the government wanted to simply close Tranquille and offered no supports for the residents.
They're cutting out regional programs. All the community services have been cut, and we would like to know how do they plan to integrate 325 residents into the community when all these services are being cut.
Union organizer Gary Steeves brought news of the government's unilateral decision to members at Tranquille.
The biggest question that everyone asked, and was asked over and over and over again, was, well, what's going to happen to these people we look after? We answered all the questions as best we could. This guy stood up way at the back of the meeting. He stood up and he said, we're not going to take this. And sat down, and it was like it was all choreographed, you know. As he sat down, everyone else just stood up. And it was just this massive, you know, clapping and cheering, and yeah, we're going to do something.
The workers drew up a plan. They would occupy the facility and continue to care for the residents until government met their demands. They told management to leave the site. Sentries guarded entrances and posted handmade signs designating the facility under new management. The workers formed a council with representatives from every department, which they called the New Management Committee. They set up their own schedules and ensured the buildings were maintained. It was immediately apparent that management wasn't needed. Meanwhile, across the province, organized workers and community groups protested the government's agenda through Operation Solidarity. The BCGEU's executive negotiated with the government, but ultimately took direction from the members at Tranquille. The workers' escalating pressure forced the government to agree to key demands. One was a committee, with union representation, to plan for the future needs of Tranquille residents. The government also agreed to not discipline the workers for the occupation and to offer options for transfer or severance when the facility closed. The members voted to end the occupation on the 22nd day, feeling satisfied their demands had been met. Through bold, self-organized action, Tranquille union members successfully stood up to their employer and made collective demands, not just for themselves, but on behalf of their entire community. Actions like the Tranquille occupation helped shape our union into one that practices social movement unionism, connecting the struggles of our members to broader struggles for social justice in our workplaces, our communities, and across the province.